I want to come and read for you about the Bible. I then the Matthew chapter 11 verse 5. Matthew chapter 11 verse 5. Here talk about the blind receive sight, the lame walk, those who has leprosy are cured, the deaf hears, the dead are raised, and the good news is preaching to the poor. This is here is the topic. Two topic I want to talk about here: the blind receive sight. Okay, another one is the good news is preaching to the poor. Good news preaching to the poor. Do you know that the poor people is the they cannot hear about the good news? You know what? When Jesus come in, Jesus maybe in the temple. This is the poor cannot hear this because the poor is the one that Israel, and at the same time making difficult to the poor people. They cannot go to the church, or maybe they cannot go. They are the sinner too. You know the sinner, and then leprosy people. You know the sickness people. They cannot go to church and temple. Go to the temple. This is a very painful. You know, this is meaning about Jesus coming to the coming to earth is making very interesting to me. You know, a lot of people think about Jesus. A lot of people, some people they don't think about Jesus. But remember that here I read for you the Quran language. Okay. ဖိနေပကညကလောနေလီမာသဲအဆက်တို့တစီတအဆက်ဖို့ရနေတေဘပါလို့မနေတမီလေဖိပကလေကွာတဆက်ဖို့နော်တေဘရာဖိလောဖိနေပွာလအမေဘလောဖာတီရောဂီတာဒေါ်ပွာလအခါဟာကွာတဖာဟာတော့ကီဝဲပွာလအဘတာဆောရဖာကစောတော့ကီဝဲဒေါ်ပွာလအနာတေအရဖာနောက်တော့ကီတာပွာလအတီတဖာနေတာဒီရစတကီအောဒေါ်ပွာလအဖော်ရရဖာနေတာစစ်တဲလောနေအော်လို့တတာခုစောလို့ပွာလအဖော်ရတဲ့ဖာနေတာဘာစစ်တဲလောနေအော်လို့တတာခုအကစောလို့အဝနေပကရပသူပတာလပတာမှုပစစ်ကောလပတာဖိတမလပတာဟူတာကစစ်ကောလို့ဖိနေပဲရောလေဖာကွာလီဆိုရှိပခါလကလဝကလောစေဖို့ I want to read for you about the English language. Here's Isaiah chapter 29 verse 18 talk about here. I want to read for you. And this day the deaf will hear the voice of the score, and out of gloom and darkness the eye of the blind will see. Dollar the eyes of the blind will see. Sidame pala ame the tita what the pane away tita gita. Remember that mutani when it picture manapala at the nahuta the pane awake and nahutoki tagalunilo. Little put out a bakropatu pathala tagita close secola. Paine pekle pakwa le pakanyoklon it sep ho tamata the pala powera naya the page clonelo. Paine Isaiah selo kisi qui several si hone Deva poala manitimide. No tala mutanine ponat erni kana hulit agalu do pome block a tibat Kati tala takekla do takhe tu a claro. Talo pome blonde kati dollar takhe tu a cla. Le takhe tu a claro, takhe tu cla. Me okay, me dinero, pekle kwa le. We saya. This year a sepo. Luini teva parliament mile. Isaiah chapter 35 verse 4 talk about here. Save to those those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear, your God will come. He will come with vengeance, with divine retribution. he will come to save you အဝိနေတေဝရလနော်သူတပါလို့ပလီတာတကြီးပမင်ပါတဲတင်နေသူမနော်ဖိနေဂျက်ကလဖာနေသူလို့ပကညောကလော်စေဖို့ဖိမနော်ဝိစာဆလုတစီရဲ့အစဖို့လူနေတေဝရဒီလေစေဘပွာလအနော်ဖိနေအပလီတာပိုစုရကီပလီတာတကြီးကွာတိကဆလောတမ်မာစတာဟေဝေယွာဟိကတာလောအဝဲဒါဟေဝဲတော့ကဥကိခော့ကီသူလောအဝဲဒါဟဲနေကဥကိခော့ကီသူတေဝဒမနောလက်တနခုတော့ပကရပတုပသလတတိတဖိုင်စစ်ကောကဆာယေစုဟဲလောနီဒီသူတော့ကဥကိခော့ကီတာလော Jesus coming on the earth is you know come to save you come to save you and come to save me comes to save us you know that this is we don't need to fear okay fearful we don't need to fear I want to read for you another related Bible verse is the Isaiah 42 verse 7 talk about to open eyes that are blind, to freeze captives from prison, and to release from the dungeon those who sit in darkness. Paul asinolo takikla pagitete man wa oro warala pame blooded pa me no pagitete man dinilo Paine bekle kwata sepo wisa sero luisi ki sepo nuini teba pwalo minute mile dito naka oto pwame blo ame dito naka du hato pwa khopula khopu do pwala uwe suwela taki klani laခုဟိပူလောဖာနေပကတက်တက်မာလောပေါ်လို့တက်ခေကလာနေမနော်ဝတ်ထတော့ကွယ်လက်တနခုတော့ပကရပတ်သူပတ်တာလေပတောင်မပူရှိကောပသိညာလေတကိတိဖိုင်ရှိကောလောဖိနေပဲတော့လေဖာကွာဘခါလေလေယွာဆရူယေthe John chapter 5 the verse 36 Okay, I want to read for you about the John chapter 5 verse 36. I have testimony greater than that of John for the very work that the Father has given me to finish and which I am doing, testifying that the Father has sent me. Apamalo pagtete mala awe uthala apamalo khostaro awe tera dinilo kudaro ne pakra patu patala pataw mo pu la pakra sukumo la pataw mo pu pakra tinya do pakra napasikolo patapita ma pu lo phane yekle phane tile pakanyo tsepho phaini teba pwadileလေယောစရုရဲ့စဘတ်စီခုနဲ့တေဝရတယ်လေဘာသာတော့ယောရောတာဥအတာဒုန်ဆောယဟာအတာဥအတာကေလောအဂိရိတမာလပါဟီလောယာဒီသူယေကမာဒူအဝီတာမာရဖအီလယမနီဥအတာလယေဂီလေပါမလောယာလောတာမာလယမာရဖနေဥတာလကေလေပါမလောယာအဂိနေလောKutarani pakra patu pasala patamu pu do pakra sukumo petina phala patamu pu sikolo Pero pakle kwa la agatatoni good news is a preaching to the poor Sitane metala tas pasit telo ne tala pwa phopo ya photir pha wo ta pasit telo ne tala pa phopo ya photir pha wo Hey pakle kwa Good news is preaching to the poor. Pakanyo dirpa ne dune bata kweta ya kowa de lo. Basa nana kiro phe awati dirpa. Awati kamane we tele ne lo. Every person in the world, the good news preaching to the poor mean every person in the world. Only just the poor can guess or poor cannot. Only this thing. The Psalm chapter 22 verse 26 talk about here the poor will eat and be satisfied. They who seek the Lord's way praise him. May your hearts live forever. Let us go to the Pinyala Patamupunim. Pain it, David, I learn Manitimile. Tassadopatra, Kiziki, a support, Kizikune, Pala Atasu the Pa. Koota do ble owelo pala akujuani kasitopatro Tutha kamuwe lotulo yulo pala akujuani kasitopatro Tutha kamuwe lotulo yu patani kamuwe lotulo yulo Letano kura pakro patu patale patamu pakro sukumo siko patapitama la patale taki sikolo Paini Yero le patko li so si the door le paplaro wara le apune tewara manitimile we say asero khusito I want to read for you about the related Bible here the poor okay Isaiah chapter 61 verse 1 written for you here the spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the broken heart, to proclaim freedom for the captive, and release from darkness for the prisoner. We know about this thing, okay? Let us look at a pakro patu pata sicola, patamupu, pataletaki pusicolo. No, okay, pekele paga le pagano clonic dile. We say a solo cusito, a sabotani, deba polumnitimile. Casayata, oh, lo yelulo, agiri, yapu yali yadito. You can see the telo tata kusolo papa po yapo Moloya ditu yekama blaki wa tuka talo ditu yekakuto tatu plelo pabata makeku o ago do ta uto talo pabata seka ago letano kudaroni kasa Yeshu no kasara we hello Kabamata thought it a pie who's daroni, but the more a lot of wallow, but down below. Away heaven eh? Did rock the tiki, pomem bloody the parocana, huda, no potato mano, curl a cassilla. Pain is sick on it. See the tail in the love, papoya put it power. Tata kuso. Pedro Baglequa. I want to keep going and reading about them. Luke chapter 4. Verse 18 talk about here the spirit of the Lord is on me because he has anointed me to preaching good news to the poor. He has sent me to the proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to release the oppressed. Remember this, my friends, my brother and sister. Let us go to Pakropatu Patala, Patamupu, Lebata Pitamapu Sikolo. Pagnoclone, Leluca Sulu, Saber Sikone, Teva Padile. You are Taulu, Yelulo, a giddy Puya did, you can see the tail of Tata Kuguso. Leva Puya Pulo. Moloya, did to come a blacky, a tuka talo. Ditu Yagakuto Tatu Plelo Pabata Makekuo Do Tatito Kilo Pameblo Ditu Yakapla Walla Abatama Mana o when it kill a Cassile Casajua Mata Tit Panilo Bakro Papu Tu Patalo Patamu Pusicolo Penny Baglekwa. I want to keep going and reading about here a little bit. James chapter 2 verse 5 talk about, listen, my dear brother, has not God chosen those who are poor in the eyes of the world to be rich in faith and to inherit the kingdom? He promised those who love him. Ito no kora paini dukana yedobu atawodu no away ni mita la pakro patu pata la pata mu pusikolo le pata pita ma le pata huta ge pusikolo paini yekle phane tu pakanyo kloni tewe dile yedobu le ta e otu dukana ki ywa huta hako pa papo yapo tuwe towelu tana di to akani bata abomula asipawelu akahilo pwale oni temeba kasajwa kateka topa we bomu te pala pwale o te pa one long papa poya put it palo. The God prepares for the poor people. Poor people, you know that here the God prepare for the poor people. The James chapter 2, the verse 5 talk about here. God chosen those who are poor in the eyes of the world to be rich in faith. Rich in faith. Sidane pagkatera mala awet to wet to well atana pumano. Bakro patu patala tatir panepo. To it to well atanapo. Okay, and to inherit the kingdom he promised those who love him. Polo a ewa third panic kasayua putera promise all power like a hilo without a polo a ewa third pan. No, Lomu Kobomu atanitha putera inherit the kingdom he promised. My friends, my brother and sister, today only just did the Matthew chapter 11 verse 5. The topic is the blind receive sight. Another one in good news is preaching to the poor. This is a related Bible. Okay, following. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I will see you next time. Moya sugi tu mo kasayo kelirana tu nirki yakitilogi do tu talo kakonilo moya sugi tu kale kasinirki tablo ma. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you next